Welcome to the Balls Not Forward podcast. Cortez Pollard here. We got Kevin Carter here as well. I didn't say to my right side, and I just said it now. So I was trying to say that he was here well, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But I end up saying it anyways. But he is here, eating sunflower seeds.
And to the right.
Yes, and also to the right. And yeah. So how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good.
All right, yeah, same here. It was a humid day. I thought it was supposed to be fall already, but I do remember that this is Florida. About 90 degrees outside in the warehouse. I didn't take a lunch break, and I was definitely feeling at about 4 o'clock of definitely the heat in this area. And
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
So tired. I had to pour a whole bottle of water on my head because it was so humid out.
So tired.
And when you walk outside the warehouse, it felt great.
So tired.
But in the warehouse, it's 10 degrees hotter, and you got the big industrial fans blowing, and they really don't.
And all they do is blow hot air.
Exactly. So it really don't help much. And so I was ready to go, and I came here to prepare the podcast and take a little nap because my legs felt like they was definitely heavy. And so I got a lot on the agenda tonight, including the podcast. So
You got a lot to look forward to.
I do, man. I'm very excited. I cannot express the joy, but we'll talk about that later. I got to start packing here soon, but we're going to do the podcast first. We had a busy week in NFL and college. And
You got to take your pants.
yes, I got to do all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and start off, man. Week 2 recap. Not week 2. Yeah, week 3 recap. Who's
Way to not change the number.
I know. I'm sitting here, I made my notes and everything like that, and I didn't change the week 2 to week 3. That is my bad. Anyways, we're moving forward. Which team looked the most impressive to you in week 3, Mr. Carter?
They all still look the same. It's week 3. They all still kind of look the same. New England looks like New England. Buffalo looks like a legit team now with Tyrod Taylor playing quarterback. And who would have ever thought you'd say Buffalo looks like a real team with Tyrod Taylor playing quarterback? Other than Green Bay looks very good, like they're supposed to do. Green Bay looks good. The Panthers have been surprising, running out to a quick 3-0 start against everybody, but really they've started out pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I know maybe I feel like with the Bengals, maybe I picked them a year too late last year, but I'm not jumping to the conclusion there. I mean, they're starting out 3-0. Taking advantage of a depleted division. As you know, the Ravens lost to Terrell Suggs, and the Steelers are down with Big Ben. We'll talk about that later. And yes, I mean, right now they take advantage of the situation. They're 3-0, and they're looking pretty good. The Raiders, Derek Carr, his sophomore showing is far from impressive. I mean, I know they beat the Browns, but he is still that's Kevin laugh about that. But he is a sophomore quarterback, and he is holding his own right now. And
speaking of the Browns, did you see that? And I'll say this: those shitty uniforms they were wearing.
Was that pun intended?
Yes, the pun was intended. Oh my word! Please don't ever do that again.
Yeah, it's
brown on brown.
It was bad to the eyes, and I want to say in particular, this week for me, the games that I had to watch was not particularly the good games. I mean, Jaguars are a young team, and they go to this veteran team in the Patriots, and I know Kevin wants to speak more about that. But
all the way right up until halftime. Mm-hmm. You're going in to put points on the board. It's either going to be 17-6, 17-10. Yeah. Going into halftime against the Patriots. As soon as that interception got thrown, the ball game just went completely ass backwards and went the other way. And it turned into a blowout. It deflated them.
Yeah.
Completely.
Is that another pun?
It deflated me too.
Kevin with the puns today.
That one wasn't even a pun. It just, but now that you think.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So, I mean, and then I go to the 4:15 slot and I watch the Cardinals just dismantle the 49ers. That was terrible.
Ooh.
The Dolphins, who I don't know what's going on with them, just got smashed by the Bills. And then the Bears put up double zeros against the Seahawks. So that 4:15 slot was beyond the worst of football that we saw in this early parts of the NFL season. So, yeah, nonetheless, in that, then it come down to, Broncos had a good game against the Lions, and they end up doing it with defense again. The offense is still trying to pick up. I don't know where their running game is at right now, but it's definitely on Planet I want to say Planet Mars, but they found water. So that's definitely running better than the Denver Broncos run offense.
The running water on Mars is running better than the Denver Broncos.
So,
Wow.
I know I'm giving it to my own team here, but besides,
you eclipsed over to that one very well.
Yeah, I know.
Another pun.
we're the master of puns right now, so I didn't get a chance to catch much of the Chiefs and the Packers game. So
I caught most of it.
So
I caught most of it. Packers dominated most of that game, then the Chiefs made that little run at the end. But the Packers, people are arguing Tom Brady over Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, which one's better. I'll go on to this day. Tom Brady, if you put him in another system, I don't think he's successful as he is there. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, you put them in different systems, I guarantee you they'll still succeed. Aaron Rodgers is a bad dude. He is a bad dude. We forget what he did last year on one leg during the playoffs, that he was a bad dude. Now that he's healthy, even without Jordy Nelson, without Jordy Nelson, the man is still. I'm sorry. To me, Aaron Rodgers right now is the best quarterback in the league, bar none. He's better than Brady. Brady's going to put up all these elevated stats. Well, shit, I can complete a pass that goes for 4 yards and let my guy run 22. That's what he was doing. If you watch the whole Jaguar game, that's all they were doing. 2 passes went on 15 yards. Both of them got pass interference calls on. The only time they were long plays is because they were hitting it short and they were taking off deep, and then they would run. Aaron was hitting people on stride down the field. I think you put Brady in a different system, it's not the same. You put Aaron Rodgers in a different system. If you gave him Tom Brady's system and all that stuff that they do up there with all them picks and rubs and everything that they do, Aaron Rodgers would go nuts. Aaron Rodgers would go absolutely nuts because where all that little shit is running underneath, there's always somebody running deep.
Right.
But Brady wants to get the ball out so quick that he throws it to all these short people. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't give a shit, and he would run around a little bit and throw it to the guy that's running wide open.
This is how great Aaron Rodgers is. Everybody was talking about the Jordy Nelson injury and how it might take a damper on their team a little bit, but like Kevin just alluded to, it's just how great he is and what he does and able to make other players around him better.
Well, there's a reason they flopped that money to Randall Cobb. There's a reason that they flopped that money to him. He's the best slot receiver in the game right now. And that's what he is. They pay him like he's a number 2. He is a number 2. But they put him in the slot. Every time, you hardly ever see Randall Cobb on the outside. He's always in that slot position because that's where he succeeds from. He runs them little quick under and out, or they run that little out route or back in route with the outside receiver, and he runs right by him and goes down the field. He's the best slot receiver there is right now. And even if you're without your true number 1, which I don't think that team really has a true number 1, he's still out there, and Aaron's putting him on his back and throwing it to no-names, and they're scoring touchdowns.
That's the grade of Aaron Rodgers, man. All right, let's go to a little bit of buy and sell.
He's a bad dude. He is a bad dude. I take him in a heartbeat.
Yes. All right, let's move forward.
Anywhere you want me, come on.
Yeah, I'll pay you how much you want.
Be like, come on. I want the Bears to just start selling everybody.
Do something, huh?
Well, they're talking about Matt Forte's on the trading block now.
Really?
And Alshon Jeffries is on the trading block now. Because they're both going into contract year.
Bears going through this rebuilding phase, huh? Trying to get a fire sale pretty much.
Hey, if they letting go of people for 5th and 6th round draft pick, I'll take Alshon Jeffries for a 5th round pick, no problem.
All right, a little bit of buy and sell. Rex Ryan was quoted on the Patriots and Bill matchup in Week 2, and he quoted saying they were trying to embarrass us. As far as I saw the game, the score was pretty close. They made a comeback, but I know in the first half the Patriots was up. So your assessment about Mr. Rex Ryan, is this another guy, he just taking another shot at Bill Belichick?
Yeah, because they were trying to embarrass us too when they beat us 51-17, I guess. Or beat the Jaguars 51-17. I guess they were trying to embarrass them too. Here's the thing, stop them. You're all professionals. Stop them. If you can stop them, hey, Good for you. If you can't stop them and you only make them punt once or none, then you deserve to get beat by however much you get beat by.
Yeah, I'm selling it. I mean, y'all made a comeback and push it back, and rest. This is what you get when you talk all that trash. You talk a lot of trash, and you made it known how much you are confident in this team.
Belichick don't forget.
No, he doesn't. So
he still don't like you.
I mean, yeah. So I mean,
still,
you talk all this trash, you can beat them, and then you come out there trying to embarrass us. I don't know. It's a little bit seem like to me that you're back. I'm selling this. It's no big deal.
Still don't like you.
Guess what? You get to play them again. So you feel like they was trying to embarrass you. How about you go ahead and
you try to embarrass them?
You try to embarrass them. So no big deal. Let's move this on here. Big Ben goes down with a sprained MCL, projected out to 4 to 6 weeks. Their next 4 games where they play against are versus the Ravens, at the Chargers, versus the Cardinals, and at the Chiefs. Michael Vick is going to be the quarterback at the helm. And Kevin, I ask you this question: do you have them being at 500 when
yes.
Big Ben returns?
Yes, but not because of Michael Vick. Because they got Le'Veon Bell back. And me and you can throw the ball to Antonio Brown and him gain yards still off of it. So I think just because of the surrounding people that they'll still make it to 500. Mind you, all these teams will load up 9 in the box trying to stop Le'Veon Bell, but you can always dump it off to him and everything like that. And Mike still has slight wheels. They're training wheels now. But he still has enough to where he can get around and kind of get the ball out.
Yeah, I'm buying it. They can get it there, and it always seems like Mike Vick come in these situations that are interesting. You know, this one is an injury, and when he played the Jets, Geno Smith got demoted, and then he was starting for the rest of the season. So I know Mike Vick is cool with being the backup, but he's like, man, I'm always, you know, I mean, he's a very professional.
That's what happens when you get old.
Yeah. So, but you know, they got the Ravens, who is not looking at anything right now, so they can definitely still win from the Ravens tomorrow.
Well, I think the Ravens will win this one because the Ravens know they need.
Oh, they need one.
They need to get a win. If they don't get a win now, they're screwed. So they're going to go in there knowing that they need a win. And like I said, they'll put 8, 9 in the box.
Yeah.
And try to stop Le'Veon Bell.
And then you got the Chargers, and you got the Chiefs, the Cardinals. Cardinals is going to be a real tough team to beat. So
they lose the Ravens and Cardinals game. They win the other 2.
All right. There we go.
They win the 2 at home, or they lose the 2 at home, win the 2 on the road. I had that backward, didn't I?
All right. Another topic I want to add on here before we move forward to college. Joe Philbin, man. How hot is his seat right now? Give me a gauge on that seat right now. If you was to give me a gauge on his coaching seat right now.
It's like 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
God, he can't even sit down on it.
They gave you talent to work with. You have plenty of talent. You've invested all this money into a quarterback who did not deserve all this money. You've invested all this money into a defensive lineman who you should have saved that money for other positions besides a defensive lineman. You gave that. He's not doing nothing that you thought he was going to be doing. They gave you all this talent, but yet you have done nothing with it. It's burning.
Oh yeah, he's sweating bullets right now. I agree with you. It's up there, and just to reiterate what Kevin said,
him and Al Golden are on the same seat.
Yeah, they're on the same seat, man. And Cameron Wake has been invisible. You really don't hear his name much these last few games. Jaguars did a pretty good job on him, and the Bills did a pretty good job on him. I mean, I don't hear much about Cameron Wake. You thought if there was one guy who was going to benefit from Sue.
And all these people saying they're double teaming Sue. I went back and watched some of the Jaguar game. They didn't double team Sue. Linder was whooping his ass